Alright, yo, what's up YouTube? It's your boy RJ back at you again with another video. I hope y'all can hear me a whole lot better in this mic. Got me a new mic. Hopefully this is a lot better. This is the first video. This is one of the first videos that I'm uploading today. Just so I can test the mic out. I definitely gotta get better headphones because these headphones, for some reason, I can only hear out one side of these headphones. So yeah, let's get into this video. We're reacting to the today's video that we're gonna be reacting to. She Let Me Smash on the First Night by Berto. But yeah, without further ado, let's get straight into this video. Y'all already know to hit the like button, subscribe, comment down below, all that good type stuff. So yeah, let's get into it. I'm gonna change the color on the mic. Alright. It should be good right here. Alright, let's get it.
17, single, and a whole bunch of teenage hormones jumping through the roof on a lonely Saturday night. At this point in my life, I done spun the block a couple of times, and I knew what it was like to have woman relations. And I also knew what it was like to get my little bitty heart broken. So I thought I was somewhat of a
By the way, shout out to my boy Berto. Been watching you for a minute. Love the animations.
Professional when it came to this girl stuff, but the truth is I was far from it. But I was seasoned enough to know that a man has needs. So I'm chilling in my room, bored out of my mind. And I definitely could have and should have been doing something that was actually productive. But unfortunately, nothing could satisfy the hunger that I thought I needed. I didn't want to talk to none of the homies. I damn sure didn't want to play no video games. The only thing I needed right now is to be laid up in bed with a baddie and get into the business. I honestly don't know what the hell was wrong with me. But I was so down bad at the time that the lotion in the left hand just wasn't cutting it tonight. So boom, at the time I was still an active Twitter user. I don't use it now. But from time to time I would post like little selfies and pictures on there, you know, normal teenager shit. And
hate YouTube ads? You need this Chrome extension. I feel like I just found a Google cheat code. This Chrome extension lets you block ads or get paid to watch them. It's called Pi, and once I started using it, I was shocked at how much of my content was actually ads. Like this whole top row on Amazon.
And now if I'm being honest, at the time I wasn't the type of guy that had just like endless amount of female validation whenever I posted my selfies, but I'd be lying to say I got no attention. Like there was definitely a couple females that were plotting on your boy. And there was this one girl, bro. Let's just call her Giselle. Obviously that's not her real name, but let's just keep it pushing. Giselle looked good. If I had to rate her 1 through 10, she was probably like a solid 7 in my eyes, but she definitely was somebody else's 10. Like there was absolutely no denying the fact that this was an attractive woman. But for me personally, the thing about Giselle, something was just off. Because unlike the other girls that probably would have just straight up ignored me, or you know, maybe gave me a like but didn't hype me up too much, Giselle made me feel like I was Himothy. Let me explain. When I tell you, anytime I posted a picture of myself, this girl would slide straight into my DMs, bruh. My nigga, you would have thought I was an OnlyFans girl and she was a 45-year-old husband with 3 kids the way she was sliding in my DMs. I'm talking hard eyes, water emojis, that one emoji with the drool drip.
I'm not gonna lie. If you get to me, if you get a girl like that, she might be a keeper, but I'm not saying if you find a girl, I'm definitely not saying if you find a female like that, keep her, because there can be some red flags in certain females who do things like this. So you gotta watch out. You gotta be able to watch out and be able to recognize the green flags, and definitely gotta watch out and be able to recognize the red flags. So Cause I done dealt with this too many times where the girl, she was low-key obsessed with you. She wanted to talk to you every single day. She liking all your pics, sliding in your DMs, all that type stuff. And that seemed cool at first, but over time as I got to know her, you know, things started changing. You start to see the real her. You start to see the different personality changes and all that type stuff. So I'm not saying to never pursue that type of girl, but just watch out. Watch out for the green flags. Definitely watch out for the red flags. But yeah.
Dripping from his mouth. Like shorty was down bad for me, bruh. The levels of simping this girl was doing for me was something I had never even seen before. Not even from me, a guy. So I need you to understand that even though I technically was attracted to Giselle, she just, I don't know, bruh. I think because of how much she was simping for me, You know what the girls call the ick? Like, she was kind of giving me that shit. Even back then as a man, I always respected a woman that, you know, makes you work for it a little bit. Like, I don't want that shit to be too easy. Because when a girl is too accessible, especially back then, I would be thinking to myself like, hold up, I ain't even like that. Why are you simping for me? Am I the only one you doing this to? Who else you treating like this? You over here ready to crash out over
like
my mid ass. Like what? So like point is, I was leaving this girl on red.
It do be feeling that you do be wondering, like, when she acting like this to you, when she doing all this to you, you be like, bro, is she talking to somebody else? Who else she talking to? Y'all like, you know, be like, is she doing this to somebody else and I don't know, but is she just doing this to me? Just, you know, because I'm like her rebound or whatever the case may be. You do be wondering, you do be feeling like that sometimes.
For months. I mean, I might have responded like one time, but she was literally talking to herself in my DMs.
Yeah, she like that. Yeah, she's 100% desperate, or just trying to get you. Probably just trying to see if you'll respond, to see if you're be obsessed, or she just naturally like you and she just naturally obsessed with you. You never know.
But on this cold, lonely, desperate Saturday night, things were different. So I got way out of my body and I ended up sending Giselle a message. So I hit her up and I'm like, what you got going on? She says nothing. What about you, baby? God damn.
I've definitely got a text similar to that before in the past. Again, it's something you gotta be careful with, yo.
Nigga, not even 2 messages in and she already talking about some baby. Mm-hmm. Who's your baby? So she already coming out the gate swinging the red flags, but you know, I kept it pushing. So now I'm like, I'm just chilling right now. I wish there was something to do tonight. Bro, I kid you not. We are 3 messages in and this girl's talking about, if you want, I could pull up and we could hang out. Whoa, what's going on here? I ain't gonna lie to you, bro, this shit was kind of crazy. The only way I could describe how I was feeling is like, imagine being like blackout drunk.
Sorry for that, y'all. Remember, if y'all want me to get an ad blocker, y'all gotta subscribe and like up. Y'all already know.
But then something crazy happens and now your adrenaline just like instantly sobers you up. Because when I saw that message, my adrenaline hit me like a brick, bruh. Because my 17 Gooner fiending self was so down bad when she sent that message. Because now I'm thinking to myself, hey yo, is this girl really about to pull up on me right now? Because the actual reality of the situation is, if you're anything like me, when you going through these times, you may want to actually have a release with shorty. But when she's like, oh, I'm actually down to do what you trying to do, it's a whole different feeling. Like,
when you texting a female and then the female is, and then in your head you thinking like, okay, bet. So you gonna ask her to hang out. Okay, maybe she gonna be a little hesitant. Maybe she might say yeah or something like that, or she might say yes to hang out or whatever. But if she say hey, yo, you down for me to pull up or whatever, bro, you instantly gonna be like, wait a minute. Like in your head, you gonna be like, wait a minute, what's going on? Is something wrong? Cause I ain't never had no girl say this to me, and I ain't never had no female pull up on me like this. So in your head, you instantly be like, okay, like what's up? What's going on with this? You never know. Again, gotta watch it. Again, that's why I say you gotta watch it. You gotta watch out for the red flag, bro.
Whoa, hold up! I didn't think I was gonna accomplish the mission, but my senses start kicking back in, and I'm like, all right, there's no way Shorty's about to pull up to my crib just to get hit, right? Nah, she must be super friendly and maybe she just wants to chill. Well, I'm like, all right, I could use the female company. Fuck it, I'm gonna let her come over. She's just probably being extra friendly for whatever reason, and that's just what I went with. So I send her the Addy, and when I tell you fast as fuck, in like 20 minutes or less, Shorty pulls up on me, bro. So now we're in my bedroom and I'm nervous as shit. I'm sitting on the edge of the bed and all types of shit. I don't know why, but something about this girl's energy was like almost intimidating to me, bro. And I'm not sure if she was able to see.
Yeah, I don't know what it is, but it's like something when it comes to stuff like this, you be like, wait a minute, is this really happening? It's just kind of, you feel kind of off. You feel kind of off. You feel like, wait a minute, what's going on? You feel a little, like you start to feel a little scared. You start to shake a little bit. You be like, wait a minute, hold up. I know this girl is not in my house right now. And I know this girl is not in my room right now. You like, wait a minute. Is everything okay? Like, what's up? There's got to be something wrong. Like, you just get all type of weird feelings and stuff.
Through my poker face, but I'm telling you, I was struggling to keep myself together. I don't know if y'all have felt sexual tension before, but if this girl was an anime character, when I tell you her spiritual pressure was absolutely crushing me, bruh. So, I'm yapping my ass off for a good 30-40 minutes trying to keep her attention. And I kid you not, word for word, this girl says, honestly, Berto, if you're done talking, we can do what I came here to do now. Whoa, wait.
Wait,
What did you say? I said, if you're done talking, we can just get to it. Niggas think they want a girl that knows how to apply pressure until they're sitting right there in front of you with their foot on your neck. This girl was so dead serious. I couldn't even really believe the words that were coming out of her mouth, but you know, naturally I kind of froze up, but after a moment I was just kind of like, okay. So we did what we do what we did, and you know, I'm gonna skip through the details because it's YouTube and we gotta keep things P, you know what I'm saying? But let's just say this girl actually took my soul away. And I'm gonna be honest, man, I don't wanna like make things weird or anything, but that situation probably was the most like emasculated I have ever felt in my entire life. The way she just threw it down on me, I mean,
that boy was feeling good. That boy was feeling real good right there.
I couldn't help but feel like used. I'm talking used in the same way a sick person would blow their nose in a piece of tissue paper and throw that shit away. Like, when she was done, she put her clothes on, looked at me, and literally.
We need to make a decision.
Oh my God, I'm sorry.
What does the data say?
I'm sorry about the ad, y'all. But
I'm not.
Why not use Money.com's dashboards? It shows you which projects are stuck, where to spend less.
Really said. So just hit me up when you're ready to see me again, alright? I didn't even walk the girl outside of my house.
Wait a minute, that fast?
So as I'm sitting there laying in my bed feeling disgusted with myself, emasculated, I literally thought to myself,
I'm not gonna lie, when that do happen and you do it, you be, and then you just sitting there, you like, you do feel a little disgusted a tiny bit. I'm not even gonna lie. But yeah.
This is exactly how girls must feel when a nigga hit it and quit it. I never hit Giselle up again. Even on the nights where I felt kind of desperate again, it changed something in me.
You felt weird.
And to put it into simple words is, just because you can doesn't mean you should. I've talked about this on the channel before, but almost in every single scenario that you could think of, instant gratification just isn't the answer, bro. The feeling I was experiencing, but even worse, was equivalent to when you feel like you want to release and you go and jack your shit and you just feel ashamed of yourself. Because at the end of the day, you know it's really not that deep and you didn't really need to go out like that. It would have been a much better experience if you were able to experience this with an actual girl, but not just any girl, a girl that you actually care for and, you know, built a real relationship with. Unlike the situation I had with Giselle. Because when you build a true relationship with someone, you actually earn that moment with her, and it's gonna be so much more pleasurable. Look, I know every guy's different, and you know, I think just for me, it's
sometimes, not all the time.
17, especially like even now, bro, I have my needs, but at the same time, I'm not necessarily willing to just become a degenerate guy that's just willing to sleep with anything. And when I went
not you called yourself a degenerate guy because of that.
Through that experience, it confirmed that, you know, I'm not willing to just settle for anybody that's, you know, just trying to get something. Like that wasn't cool for me, but it was a lesson learned. As a man, you got to be able to sit back and look yourself in the mirror and make honest decisions like, yo, am I making this choice out of desperation? Because if you are, the answer is no, bro. Never do anything out of desperation. Because it's almost always going to lead to disappointment and deepen that hole in your chest that is lacking self-respect. And even worse, sometimes bad decisions can lead to life-changing consequences. I mean, bro, what if, I don't know, I would have had an accidental baby with this girl? Like, I didn't know her like that. I didn't care about her like that. that would have been bad. So you always got to think about that aspect too. When you out here making bad decisions, taking risks, it's like, are you willing to deal with the consequences of the risk that you're taking? Especially as a youngin' coming up in the game. You always want to make decisions where you're actually proud of what you're doing, or at the very least, you're happy with the decisions you're making while working towards something, especially when we're dealing with women. That situation for me, luckily, wasn't a big deal. Nothing terrible happened. I was completely fine, and I never heard from her again. But that night did change the way I was with women, honestly. It made me only want to have genuine relationships with women that I'm interacting with, and definitely if I'm having sexual relations with a woman, I need to know that this woman 100% respects herself and she has boundaries that she's not willing to cross, because that woman, you know, is way more valuable to me than, you know, a quick instant gratification moment. Also, side note, I'm not saying that any girl that gives it up on the first night is like a thought or anything, especially as you get older. It's really more about the relationship and the intention behind those moments that kind of matter. Because given the circumstances that me and Giselle had linked up that night, she definitely wasn't the type of woman that I would want to be dealing with. Have some self-respect. Don't take the easy way out, even when you're down bad and fiending. Because not all things that are shiny and look good are worth something.
Where you at, Berto?